Justice League, it's the Justice League. It's the DC Comics Justice League. Marvel Comics may be the kings of the silver screen, but DC Comics will always be the kings of my heart. So the Milky Bear 360 has a rather foamy and informative top 5 just for you. Now, while a lot of the top 5 love of the superhero and supervillain universe tends to focus on the best of the best, the hottest of the hottest, the most powerful of the most powerful, we over here like that gutter ball and snail trail. We like spending time and that slipping down. So this countdown from the Milky Bear 360 of something to do with the DC animated universe will be the top 5 douchebags of the Justice League animated series universe. So I will be referring specifically to the Justice League animated series that ran sometime in the early 2000s, where Hawkgirl was featured as a prominent member of the original 7. That will be the incarnation of focus here. Now, while all supervillains and maybe even a few superheroes, as you'll see here, can be a bit douchebaggery by design, these 5 that I deep dove into the data stream and retrieved for you, they lack all nobility, have no gravitas, and are all just in general whack as F-U-C-O-K. Ready to hear who these D-bags of the JLASU are? In no ascending or descending rank, just 5 of them. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I gotta talk about all of the stuff when talking about these dudes. We're gonna get started with douchebag number 1, Mordred. Entitled, coddled, his spoiled brat is the worst. Mordred here coasts along the coattails of his fine-ass sorceress mama, Morgan Le Fay. And though a malignant mama's boy he truly is, he is also quite the formidable sorcerer in training. And on that episode of Kid Stuff on Justice League Unlimited, he managed to bring to the proverbial knees the super powerhouse likes of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Green Lantern's John Stewart. He had you going all new edition-y towards the midway part of the episode and thinking, is this the end? But no, of course, it wasn't the end for our gang. For, as is normal for those of his ilk, Mordred let his supremacy bow its ugly head, driving his IQ down to imbecilic levels, forcing a fate where he became an ever-aging yet undying skin bag of pus. Kind of reminds you of a certain current ex-world leader who had a penchant for putting ketchup on steaks, flushing toilets, having some peaches with his mint. A pouty disgrace to blonde hair and blue eyes everywhere, for being the slimiest of snowflakes and just about the worst spoiled bratwurst you can imagine. Mordred belongs in the pantheon of douchebags of the Justice League animated series universe. Kids get no quarter here, kids get no quarter here, and neither do the hyper elderly, because coming in hot on the heels with number 2 we have Hippolyta, Queen of the Amazons, or Babadookie Queen herself. You be the judge. Queen Hippolyta rides around the island of Themyscira on her horse like she's a badass bitch. But in reality, she be damsel in distress in more than Penelope fucking Pitstop. And who's the one who always has to rescue her from her dilemmas? The very one she banished from the island just for the crime of exhibiting some feministic independence. Make it make sense, you feministas, make it make sense. But The woman she banished was her very own daughter, Princess Diana, Wonder Woman. So don't give me any jazz about her nobility. I heard that it was not the clay on the sands of her beloved Themyscira that molded her Princess Diana. No. It was more like the clay between Hades' legs that did the dirty deed. Okay, boomer. Queen Hippolyta is for the streets, and for being the stankiest of hoes, she belongs within the pantheon of douchebags as well. But let's not confuse this Queen Hippolyta with the Connie Nielsen Queen Hippolyta of the Snyderverse Justice League. No, she was bomb ass. We're talking about her right here. Number 3, we're going to continue on with Granny Goodness. Granny Goodness here trounces about the planet of apocalypse, wearing these neon-colored onesies, looking like a casserole stuffed in a leotard, and her hair. It is the unholy fornication of Beetlejuice's and a possum's hair, just having conjugal visits above her scalp. The upside-down version of Bill Maher. It's not just Granny Goodness's outfits that would qualify her as a douchebag. It's also her dumb, wily coyote-ass schemes that she be thinking are all the bomb. And no matter how hard she tries, Darkseid ain't ever gonna want to put his jack in her box. The ones I feel sorriest for in her sad sphere of influence, it's those Furies. Lashina, especially your fine ass, for they are pearls wasted before her swiny booty hole. Granny Goodness, for being a decrepit piece of crap, she deserves some real stylized douchebag theme music every time you hear her. Let's now chip away to number 4. Chronos. He mastered time travel. Makes him a pretty smart motherfucker. But he goes to bed sucking his thumb every night. D-bag alert. Chronos' worst crime, perhaps, was to force Green Lantern's John Stewart to traipse back in time to retrieve Batman's utility belt he stole. Now, we all know why John Stewart hates going back in time. The reason why some of us darker-complected folk don't dig on going back on Americana-style time. For his grand abuse of his cosmic power, to be fucking around with John Stewart the way he did, to really make useless puck of those bomb-ass DD villain twins of that one episode of Justice League Unlimited that escapes me right now, and to still be henpecked by his wife. Chronos not only is a frequent visitor at the Incel Hotel, but he's also a permanent resident at the Douchebaggery Inn. We're going to finish this list now with number 5. Dr. Destiny. Dr. Destiny here scares me in real life. Now, his arc starts off while he is a jailbird, and let me tell you, he was not shit in jail. He wouldn't like any blood and bone or anything like that. And during a prison uprising, he usurps the power to get into people's dreams like Freddy Krueger and just fuck shit up. And guess who's the first person he targets once he escapes those Ozian walls? You guessed it. The long-suffering, now ex-girlfriend, who rightfully so went on with the rest of her life with a man who would not be spending his behind bars. And he killed her really badly too. So badly that not only Batman couldn't save her, but neither could the Martian Manhunter. Dr. Destiny is the embodiment of toxic masculinity. He is the alpha male wannabe our rutted on aunties warned us about while we were all pre-stage getting rutted on, but still got rutted on anyway. His arc is too raw and he makes my heart beat in the opposite direction. Dr. Destiny is perhaps the king of douchebags within the Justice League animated series universe. And there you have it. The top 5 douchebags of the Justice League world of animated things. Now, do chime in the comments below if there are some others who should be added to this list. Superheroes, you can apply too. Constantine, hello. But don't leave without liking this video if you enjoyed its content. Share it with all, share it with everyone, and subscribe to the Milky Bear 360. Do also click in the link in the description to find out more about yours truly. I'm going to catch you in the next video and say, take care, guys.